Hello friends, I'm finally ready to give my review of The Last Jedi after watching it 3 times. So, coming at you right now, The Last Jedi. So after seeing The Last Jedi 3 times, I can say right now, go see it. This is my spoiler review. I don't see any reason really to give a non-spoiler review on YouTube because there's a lot of them out there and the movie's been in the theater now for several weeks, and so let's not waste time here. If you haven't seen it, yes, it's worth seeing. Go ahead, go see it. Now, with that being said, continuing on now, I'm going to spoil the movie. So shut me down if you don't want anything spoiled. Okay, The Last Jedi. It's technically it's a really well made. That's all I can say. It's just well made. It's fun to watch. The battle sequences are something to behold. Again, the digital effects are fantastic. And other than that, I mean, if you're not going to Star Wars for eye candy, this movie's gonna really confuse you on the first viewing. The second viewing, you're gonna kind of start to figure out what's going on, and then you're gonna go, what? And the third viewing, you're gonna go, I don't know what's gonna happen, and you're sitting there thinking, Chapter 9 is gonna be a mess, because Chapter 8 is such a mess. So let's talk about those things first of all. First of all, I'd rate the movie a B. It was entertainment. It was entertaining. However, I feel like there's some real things wrong with this movie that need to be talked about. First of all, what was all the big thing in The Force Awakens about Rey's parents? Who's Rey's parents? Is Rey's parents? Who's Rey's parents? I thought it was Han Solo. I thought Rey's parents were Han Solo. Big time spoiler here. Rey's parents are nobodies. Junk traders. Oops. No, so Luke, even though he was kind of a moisture farmer or something on a desert planet, he was still royalty and came from, Princess Padme or whatever, Queen Padme or Senator Padme. I don't know who she was. She was somebody important. So Rey is a nobody. Snoke gets killed like a punk. He dies in a way that's really not explained. Maybe it'll be explained in Chapter 9. But I'm really interested in how this is going to play out. Okay? And then, third and huge spoiler, is in this universe of Star Wars, they have the ability to force project themselves to places and look real and even be able to be touched to have physical form, because he kissed his sister on the forehead and gave her some two gold dice on a chain. And so there's a new power in the universe. There used to be Force Lightning was new in Return of the Jedi. Now we have a new Jedi power, which is Force projection. And Rey and Kylo Ren can do the Force projection. And now, I guess Luke Skywalker can do a Force projection, which leads to a very confusing climax where you're sitting there going, oh, the first time they dupe you. The first time they really didn't dupe me because they made a big deal that was salt and you could see red underneath the salt. And I knew something was up because it kept showing the feet. And I noticed that, I also noticed that the lightsabers were not making contact. So it fooled everyone except for me that was around me that I went to this movie with. So yeah, they can do that. And third spoiler for me, Luke does a Yoda on us and just dies. Yet he would have been in the Star Wars universe. He was probably 16 when A New Hope happened. He maybe was in his early 20s when Return of the Jedi happened. So here he would have been 23, 43, 50, 63 years old. I guess that's it. I guess 63 is it. That's really old age in the Star Wars universe for people, or he had a purpose in dying. I don't know. Ray says that he has a purpose in dying. So what did I think of all this? How did all this come? What did I think? It's like, to me, Rian Johnson made this movie and said, I don't care what J.J. Abrams set up in his movie. I'm making my own separate Star Wars movie, even though there's supposed to be like a continuing saga, a space opera. And so it creates problems for Chapter 9. Are they going to say, tricked you, Luke's not dead, Snoke's not dead, and Rey's parents are really Han Solo? I sure hope so. Because otherwise, Chapter 9 is going to be bleak indeed. I mean, how are they going to fix this? And also, Rey's big discussions in my family, is Rey going to come to the dark side and Kylo Ren come to the light side? How's that going to play out? So anyway, I give Star Wars The Last Jedi a B. I enjoyed it. I did go to it 3 times because I liked Empire Strikes Back very much, and this kind of had some overtones of Empire Strikes Back. But all said and done, it's just good. It's very good. It's not excellent, and so that's why I would give it a B. Or give it an excellent rating. Maybe say it's excellent, but it's not a superior work. Anyway, Music Man from his living room before the New Year's, The Last Jedi. Go see it. It's a good movie watching experience, but there's a lot more I could talk about, and I probably will later, but not in this video right now. I just wanted to get my review out there. Moving on. Next thing. Take care.